Hi, I'm Daniel, I'm a sleep physician, and if you're insomnia, this channel is for you. Qwerty had no problem sleeping until he decided to do what the sleep experts told him to do. Get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Now he's wondering if all those experts could be wrong. The answer is yes, they're dead wrong. We're going to explore that in this episode where there might be some ranting going on. Super nice having you back here. If you're new, welcome to you. Super excited about this episode actually, because Qwerty is like asking me these questions that are like so up my alley. It's incredible. Whenever I'm this excited, I feel like I got overexcited and then I don't make it a good episode. But I'm gonna try to not get too excited here, and let's just jump in here and read. There are actually 2 good comments, but I'm gonna read the second one from Qwerty here, which is a comment on episode pod 45. Thanks for taking the time to reply about my comment. I do not have fragmented sleep. I do not wake up multiple times. I also go to sleep quickly and easily. I sleep like a log for 5, or if I'm lucky, 6 hours straight. Then I'm simply awake. Lots of older people seem to have this. I've heard of some of them just giving up and deciding that they'll just live on 5 or 6 hours of sleep, or even less if that's what they get. They decide to just get up and clean the house or do something. The only reason I started looking at my sleep is because the so-called experts keep saying that less than 7 hours will lead to health problems. What I always used to do is go to bed 6 hours before I had to get up. I would prefer to have the extra hour or 2 at night to do things before bed, but people keep telling me that it's very unhealthy to only get 5 or 6 hours of sleep. But if there's no way to fix this and get myself to sleep longer than 6 hours, then I may as well go back to my old habits and enjoy a longer evening before going to bed. I've simply been trying to fit in this 7-hour sleep requirement that the medical establishment claims is required for good health. I'm like super upset and happy too reading this. Happy because you, Qwerty, landed here, and we're going to explore this in a second. Upset because this is exactly what I've been talking about. You know, when I've been ranting on Twitter, Instagram, I've been talking about this here too. It is the establishment. You know, actually, let's take a step lower than that. I mean, the problem is establishment, but everyone from your neighbor to, you know, a well-meaning health coach to, you know, your physician to the National Institute of Health, you know, the National Sleep Foundation, you know, the Academy of Sleep Medicine. Everybody says the same thing. You got to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. It's become like a mantra. And when you actually look at the websites and articles and things like that from these sources, you will not see that they say insomnia causes cancer, insomnia causes diabetes. It's always like it's linked to, it's associated with, it's all smoke and mirrors, because nobody has shown that insomnia or short sleep causes any health issues. And you know what? This is what made me write this book. It's for exactly this reason. You know, it's a short one. It's called Why We Don't Sleep. It is available for 99 cents on Amazon. I don't make any money of that. Same thing if you buy the paperback. I just chose the lowest, you know, the lowest that Amazon would allow me. It's just, I wrote it for exactly this reason. And let me read a few things here. From the backside, have you heard that one should sleep at least 7 to 9 hours? Have you been told that sleeping less could cause serious health problems? Are you worried about how lack of sleep has affected you? If so, this book was written for you. And then just one more thing here from the foreword. I decided, sorry, that was the introduction. What if I told you that nothing you heard about how insomnia or insufficient sleep affects your health was true? What if I told you that sleeping 4 hours per night did nothing more than make you feel terrible, and that sleep deprivation does not cause brain damage, heart problems, or early death? Would that make you sleep better? Would that make you share the good news with other people, helping them sleep better as well? I sure hope so, because that's the purpose of this book, in which I review articles that show that having insomnia or short sleep does not cause any negative health consequences. There's no such proof. Super important. And another one, most people think they sleep 7 hours, healthy adults, but actually when objectively tested, sleep about a little bit more than 6 hours and 20 minutes. And if you do like a normal distribution and say, okay, if you call, the top 5%, the lower 5%, like outliers, then the kind of span of normalcy is something like 5 to 7 hours. That's kind of like the normal span. So it's so upsetting because you, Qwerty, you were just doing just fine until you try to do what all these so-called experts are trying to make you do: sleep more than you're capable of, than you're physiologically able to do, and that has caused a problem. So it's a huge issue. And by the way, what you're saying that you did before, I would go to bed about 6 hours before I would have to get up. That's one of the basic things that I preach to everyone that has trouble sleeping. I think that's an amazing strategy. And so, I hope this was helpful, Qwerty. I am so glad you made this comment. And in the other, there's a little bit more here from Qwerty talking about how there's insulin resistant, maybe similar to cortisol resistant. Really interesting thought. And the polyphasic sleep, a little bit about that. So I definitely encourage anyone to read this comment on episode pod 45 from Qwerty Quaz. Really good one. Qwerty, thanks for this. I hope that this will have you do exactly what you say you will do. Go back to just enjoying life, doing things at night that you like to do, that you did in the past. Don't worry, as long as you feel good, you feel refreshed, then that's all the sleep you need. All right. Anybody else has a comment? I love those. Those are so helpful, and emails as well. Daniel@insomniainsight.co, and I'll be back with more tomorrow. Actually, just sneak one in there. Michael Schwartz, and you can Google Michael Schwartz, and his website is Sleep on Q, sleepon and the letter Q.com. I just realized that he's doing more sleep coaching. He's a super smart guy, and I just texted him about that today, and I'm gonna have him come on the channel and we'll talk more about it. But he's doing it for free, but he provides people his PayPal account, and you can give him whatever you feel like. That's an unbelievable deal, and I think at some point he'll have to start charging for this. But anybody out there who wants sleep coaching, check out sleeponq.com and hook up with Michael Schwartz. All right, that said, I shall be back tomorrow. Have an amazing night. Bye-bye.